1. Fill you in on the rules as we go. 10-point must-scoring system. 3 knockdown rule applies. Has not been waived. Mandatory 8 count, of course. 3 judges score the fight. The referee with no voice in the scoring. The referee is Octavio Miran of Mexico. The judges, 1 from Nicaragua, 1 from Mexico, 1 from Phoenix, Arizona. It is a smallish ring, which would seem to favor Arguello. 17.5-foot ring. First round action. WBC super featherweight crown at stake. For those of you who know boxing, Arguello had no difficulty making the weight this time. Though at 130, stayed with his trunks on. Castillo fights mainly as a featherweight and kind of moves up in class here. 129 3/4. Castillo, clever boxer. Arguello with the long left, always looking for the opening. Straight up fighter. Can on occasion look somewhat wooden, mechanical, against a lot of movement. That's what Villamar Fernandez showed him in New York when Arguello was upset in a 9-title bout, losing the decision. $30 left. The countdown, the lower right-hand corner of your screen. First round action. Castillo getting a raw, getting in his first left. End of the round is at hand. Round 2. First round uneventful. Suddenly a right lead that caught Castillo by surprise and hurt him. Castillo now trying to attack. That could be terribly dangerous. Culling a line from the great referee Arthur Mercanti, I have often observed that Arguello has razor blades in either glove. He is a cutting puncher, though himself susceptible to the cut. Second round action. WBC super featherweight crown at stake.
Stick and move, Ruben.
One really effective blow in the bout thus far. A right lead by Arguello to open this round. Castillo's dilemma is evident. How to get inside and score when the other man has the much better reach. Again, a good right by Arguello. And yet avoid the knockout power of Arguello. Would like to wear Arguello down. Could have a tendency toward fatigue because for a long time he's been talking about becoming a lightweight. And as I noted in round 1, has had weight-making difficulties in the past, though oddly, not this time.
Move, Ruben. Stick and move.
Into the round, and you will hear the crowd roar every time Castillo appears to be doing anything. Well, they can't measure punch impact from where they sit. Inside 30 seconds now, round 2. Tucson in the community center for round 3. Alexis Arguello, defending WBC super bantamweight champion, in the white trunks. Tall, 5'10", straight up fighting, using that left as you saw. Steele got his own left in. He is the crowd favorite. Manifested in that miss with the left. The absence of reach. Notice the way Arguello picked off 3 straight Castillo would-be lefts with his right glove.
Hook off the jab, Ruben.
Castillo was trained by Beto Martinez, who also trained Arturo Leon, one who used movement to last 15 rounds, though he lost in Las Vegas last year to Arguello. So Martinez knows the way. Whether the fighter can execute is another thing. He is also an intelligent fighter, Castillo, because he has the good sense not to go berserk in trying to attack. He watches for an opening. He is a wary fighter, aware of and respectful of his opponent's power.
Box him, Ruben. Step in his head.
Counting down within the last 30 seconds of round 3. Castillo with a right lead that scored. End of the round here. Back live, the bell just sounded for the start of round 4 in what is proving thus far to be an interesting fight. Again, the right lead by Arguello in the white trunks. Ruben Castillo in the dark trunks. Interesting because Castillo is fighting sagely. Crowd yelled at that, but Arguello picked off the blow. Steady movement by Castillo against that straight up, straight ahead style of Arguello. And the graphic tells you what's at stake. The super featherweight crown, WBC version. Still the most damaging blow of the fight was the right lead by Arguello to open the second round. An excellent last 30 seconds in the third round by Castillo. Yeah, right there. Castillo, when hurt, fights back immediately. Again, the crowd yelled for the Castillo right, which was picked off by the Arguello left glove. At the end of this round, we will have a station break. I should like to alert our stations along the line. This is fourth round action. Thus far, a good round for Arguello. See, again, the crowd roared, but both blows did not reach their mark. So Castillo's problem remains basic and constant. How to get inside that superior reach.
Side to side, Ruben. Keep moving, Jack.
Counting down now to the end of round 4. A good left by Arguello. We'll be right back with more of the WBC World Super Featherweight Championship. Arguello against Castillo after this word from our local stations. Live in Tucson, round 5. Just underway. No knockdowns yet. No real damage done. Once Castillo seemed hurt by an Arguello right lead. That was in the second. In the fourth, briefly, he was stung, though not staggered, by an Arguello combination. Meanwhile, he uses steady movement, as you can see, looking for openings to counteract the opponent's longer reach and to score effectively. It's not easy, though he is very much the popular favorite in this arena. Castillo's best blow of the fight. An excellent, sharp right against the left side of Arguello's face. That was an evidence of what he must do. Get inside, score, and get quickly out. He did it very efficiently there. That long right missed, though it excited the crowd. Inside, Arguello scored. Fifth round action. WBC Super Featherweight crown at stake. Arguello the defender. With a quick word of caution from Octavio Maran of Mexico, the official. Make sure to keep the blows up. At the time of the caution, he had scored with a left to the stomach and a right to the head. Again, we're inside 30 seconds. This time, round 5. Arguello looking for the one opening. So far, not able to find it. Castillo making an effective fight. Bell about to sound, but referee from Mexico, Maran, wiping off Castillo. Personally, subjectively, I have this fight scored even up till now. Arguello has not been able yet to capitalize on his superior reach and punch. Remember, I said movement sometimes flustered him and referred to his upset loss to Fernandez in New York. Non-title decision bout that was. With his punching power, he must be ever on guard. A good right by Castillo, and Arguello felt it. Now in the progression of rounds, Castillo is more effectively administering punishment with his right. Witness the last round. Steadily moving, not giving at any time up till now Arguello a target. And Arguello is troubled by the style. Arguello in his first good combination of the round right there. Arguello, despite making the weight easily this time, or maybe because of it, gives the appearance of being somewhat dried out. "45 seconds left in round 6. Castillo must be constantly wary. See the countdown in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Fought effectively off the ropes there, Castillo did. Counting down to the end of round 6. We're back live in the Tucson, Arizona Community Center. Round 7. White trunks, Arguello. Dark trunks, Ruben Castillo, putting on a very interesting and clever boxing exhibition against the taller, but the much longer reach, defending champion Arguello. At 22, Castillo appears so young, so fresh. There's been no diminution of his foot movement since the bout started. Roundhouse left by Castillo. Arguello's style unchanging. Straight up, straight ahead, looking for the opening. You earlier saw the right that missed. Castillo ducking under it. That exchange wound up with Castillo in a flurry. Good right, good left by Arguello. Arguello fighting much better in this round. Putting his punches together, beginning to score. We're a minute 58 into the round. we've got less than a minute left in round 7. In a way, this is a reminder of Arguello's victory over Chacon. For 7 rounds, Chacon fought as Castillo has been fighting. And then in the 8th, the one slip, and Arguello had him. Castillo was fortunate there. That right did not land flush. Castillo's left was down. An unguarded moment. That did not connect.
Stick and move. Stick and move.
No, not score. A good left by Castillo, scored. The end of the round, again at hand. We're back live in Tucson. The gong just sounded for the start of the 8th round in what has been a very surprising and very good boxing contest. Made so by the vigor, the determination, the youth, the boxing style, and the intelligence of 22-year-old Ruben Castillo. All of that is up till now. Oh, Castillo scored with a good left just before the round ended, round 7. This is round 8. In the last round, Arguello seemed to be measuring the opponent, putting his punches together, and there might have been just the trace of the beginning of fatigue in Castillo, but that remains to be seen. Remember, Arguello is a 15-round fighter. He's proven it. Twice he's knocked out Escalera, a tough cookie, in the 13th round. There, Castillo got in a good right. Castillo fought out of the corner then, but he was in a dangerous spot. Since he trains there, the crowd grows in its fervor for him, but they often roar when there is no reason to.
Keep moving to him, Ruben.
45 seconds left in this, the 8th round. And Castillo's fight plan keeps him going. Enables him to score, as you saw there. Coming on again with a late in the round flurry. Still steady foot movement. So if there was the beginning of fatigue in the 7th, it has not evidenced itself in the 8th. Here is the end of the 8th round. Round 9, Cuyo Hernandez in Alexis Arguello's corner, now getting a little concerned. Telling Alexis to move a little bit more.
Box him, Ruben, box him.
Telling Arguello to box Castillo. Interesting juxtaposition. Want to alert our stations along the line that at the end of this round we'll take a station break. Barring such a flow of action, that would make it impossible. This is round 9. The officials can become very important in a fight like this. They are, respectively, Ricardo Rizzo of Nicaragua, Jose Juan Guerra of Mexico, and Bob Cox of Phoenix, Arizona. score. And the crowd rooting for him goes crazy. Up till that flurry, Arguello had been dominating the round. A good counter left. This kid can counterpunch. He's showing us a lot of ring savvy for a kid of 22, but he has had 44 professional fights. And reportedly, though you can't ever trust those records, 50 amateur fights where he was 48-1-1. He's 44-0 as a pro. With what seemed going in the essential advantage. 5-inch edge in reach. Another warning from the referee, Octavio Mara. We'll be right back with more of the WBC World Super Featherweight Championship. Arguello against Castillo after this word from our local stations. Round 10, just starting, and Castillo starting quickly, trying to score with the left after a right lead. The crowd utterly taken with Castillo. Many didn't think this fight would go this long. It has turned out to be idyllic. Comes at a time when boxing has been clouded by 3 deaths. The first last November 28th. One in just the recent days and one in between. Hopefully. Oh, a good right that stung Castillo. Hopefully, though nothing can take back what's been done, and quite apparently in New York we will have great new protective measures for the fighters. Oh, that was a good left by Arguello. Castillo must not get wild, and he showed a tendency to, because the punch remains in the Arguello fists. It is there always. It is a latent thing, and it is, for the weight level, simply overwhelming. Must say the kid Castillo fights out of the corner well, but Arguello has landed 2 very punishing blows in this round. Crowd roars over those, but in truth, Castillo's counterpunches did not land then, whereas Arguello's straight left did. Good right lead by Castillo, his best blow of the round. Arguello using the left very effectively in this round, very effective. Remember, this is the 10th round. And as we move inside of 30 seconds, it is a very effective round for Arguello. Arguello trying to get to Castillo. The end of the round. Center, it is round 11. It is a corking fight for the Super Bantamweight Championship, WBC version. Arguello, the defender, going against an opponent who has been giving him a very good deal of trouble. Ruben Castillo, age 22, 5 inches short of reach, fighting warily, doing some excellent counterpunching, employing steady movement up until this round. Right there, right lead, caught him, and now he is being very cautious, and he should be, because in the last round he could have gone. He got careless. He tried to take the attacking lead, threw some wild punches, and Arguello immediately capitalized. Now he's trying to fight back in a flurry. What counts here is the effectiveness with which he punches. Arguello is measuring him. Now Arguello is in command of this fight. He took command totally in the last round, and the kid is hurt against the ropes. We told you, Arguello is a 15-round fighter. He's proved it. KO'd Escalera twice, each time in the 13th round. Kid must get off the ropes. He is now looking to hold on, wildly trying to fight back. The crowd mistakes it for a display of strength. This is the 11th round. There is no movement in the feet in this round. Castillo still against those ropes in the corner. He faces potential destruction that way. Arguello throwing blows, and then the kid goes down. It was inevitable. A game kid putting up a marvelous demonstration, not only of guts, of vigor and determination. Oh, I hope he stops it. He did. This fight is over. And for the 7th time, Alexis Arguello, he of the devastating punches, has successfully defended his super bantamweight crown. This was a corking fight for which nothing but kudos, plaudits must go to the youngster who fought him so gamely, Ruben Castillo. But the foot movement was taken out of him in that 9th round when suddenly Arguello got the opening he wanted through the mistakes made by Castillo, trying to attack too hard. The official time, 2 minutes and throws. No foot movement there. He had tired in the 9th round from 2 critical blows, and then finally it was inevitable. He had to go down. But what a fight that kid